What's going on? Zajikc here. We live at MPP Studios. Shout out DJ Most Precious.
What's happening, everybody, man? You know. It's officially that time. It's been a long time coming to sit in the same area as this particular talented individual. We have massive history. We go years back. I've been supporting. He's been supportive. It's just a great honor. Like, this whole experience that we got right now came about when I was actually on a cruise ship, and then patiently waited. I appreciate him being as humbled, as patient, as talented as he is, as business savvy as he is. This brother, he ain't like the normal artists that we got out here that don't understand the business. So shout out to him for being about his business. But yeah, everybody, welcome to In the Hot Zone. I had to say that before I even said the intro to the podcast because it's just that type of vibe. So shout out to all those who've been rocking with all the seasons of In the Hot Zone. It's International Most P. I'm coming to give y'all all new experience where you got all the hot topics, hot spices, and the hot juices with your hot talent. Your hot talent today is gonna laugh because I'm probably gonna say it wrong again. We got Zajikc. See? Zajikc. Zajikc. See, I get it. But then I'd be like, man, my country slur just does not allow me to say words. But Zajikc is with a J, y'all. So yeah, so watch me make an error, but respectfully be like, look, I'm sorry, just charge it to my freaking accent, charge it to that country slur, and I'm trying not to have it, but it's hard to do. But everybody put your hands together for my special guest, homie from way back in the day, years ago, by that way, who's still been grinding crazy in Kansas City, Missouri. We're going to talk about the difference, too, with Kansas and Kansas City, Missouri later on in the interview, because you can set it straight, because you're from those different areas, which we talk about so much. So everybody, welcome. Put your hands together to an all-new In the Hot Zone with my special guest, Zajikc.
Yeah, I do appreciate you for having me.
No, it's an honor. Like I said, it took a minute for us to do it, and you humbly waited. Yeah. As I was on the cruise ship. And here I am back in the studio, MPP Studios, and welcoming you all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Like, how was the drive? How were you? Like, let's talk about you. This is the hot topic part. So anything right now is literally about you. So, of course, this whole interview is. But, like, this is the part of the interview where you, like, tapping in and stuff that people really don't know because you don't talk about it, right? So,
right.
How was the drive?
The drive, I mean, it was smooth. It was closer to 4 hours. I just got back from Milwaukee, so I drove out there. That was closer to 8 hours. So this drive was pretty smooth. I mean, we made one stop. Me and my boy Rafa Garcia, my cameraman, made one stop, and shit, we were here. So for real, it was smooth, quick. Just had a couple drinks, a snack, and shit, I got here.
Yeah, you got here in one piece, chill out.
Hell yeah.
So how is it like being on the road? Like, you know, a lot of artists dream of that, right? And they all can do it, but they just ain't got their business together or something like that. But how is it being on the road, being a successful on the road artist?
It's still a work in progress. There's a lot to it, like just stuff that I haven't even, figured out myself yet, but off of experience. It's all going in the right direction, positive direction. You just gotta sometimes, bump your head. I've dealt with janky promoters and all types of, stuff. So it's all a part of the journey, Finally, there's ups and downs, but we're getting to the bag. We're starting to become profitable, so it's a journey.
I like that. So you said it's a work in progress, janky promoters and, those journeys of being on the road.
Yeah.
But if it's anything that you can tell an upcoming artist or anybody just on the grind, period, from that experience and any other experience, what would it be?
To take your time with everything, do what really feels right. Honestly, there's no really set recipe for it. It's really whatever works for you. And there's always gonna be somebody that's saying, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that," but you look at them and they ain't doing it. So it's like it all depends on who you are and how you feel about whatever it is you're doing. That's with music. That's with anything. So you just got to do what makes sense to you, what makes you happy, and you're gonna piss some people off sometimes, but shit. they ain't paying your bill. So
That's true. With that attitude, do you feel like that's taking you further?
for sure. But I'm still learning to do that because I'm still like catering, and that's what we were on the road and we were talking about that, like my heart, like I gotta, I've put myself in positions that I shouldn't have because of who I am. So I'm finally getting to the point, like, I gotta start really doing what's best for me, so I'm still learning as I'm growing and, getting older. So like I said, it's all a part of it.
I like the transparency of you, the humbleness of you, the heart, which is what you mentioned a second ago. Let's talk about some of the experience that you went through in the music industry. Like I've been cool, like following you for a minute. So I know you lost your dad in the last few years. Like how is that? I mean, I know it impacted you, but like if you can say anything about that experience and what it has taught you, talk to us.
Honestly, it just, you don't take nothing for granted, and like everything that I've been through, like just built me to be just so much stronger than I was. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you just, it's just a topic. I could go on to so many different things about that, but it just taught me, to keep fighting. And I was that way before this, but like he was just such an impactful person to me, so when that happened, like, I was broke down completely, but it built me up at the same time. And I lost my mom too. So like I'm still dealing with that stuff, on a daily basis. A lot of people, I carry myself like I'm so strong, and I am, but everybody has their own problems, everybody has their own like deep, pain behind them. And that's the reason why I go so hard, because I like got something to prove. I got a chip on my shoulder, and, I'm trying to make people proud, so,
You're doing that.
Yeah.
You're doing that in a massive way.
It's still growing,
Yeah, you're doing that in a massive way. Well, like I know in this industry that we both are in, that it sometimes come slim to none to actually get accolades announced to you. Like when people say, "Yeah, man, what you're doing inspires me." So I want to take a moment of our interaction to highlight my inspiration with what I've been inspired to do because of you. Grind. There's been times in this city that they dog me. Speaking of your new single, Doggy, they dog me. They defamation of my character. I didn't want to do it no more. I just stopped giving the passion that I already had. But looking at you, constantly, like you lost your dad, like your parents, period, and you kept going. And the fact that you deal with the challenges of janky promoters, you deal with the daily challenges of being who you are, and you keep going, has inspired me in a way that I'm honored to be able to tell you face to face. Yeah, we could have picked up the phone anytime and say, "Hey, today I saw your post, man." I'm like, that's on point. I needed that. But I'm telling you now face to face, because you do live hours away, that you do inspire me and many others. I'm guaranteed. They might not ever tell you that, but you are inspiration. I mean, I'm going to highlight that in this interview because you did drive 4 hours down. At the time, you didn't know how long the interview was going to be. We'd probably be longer than what I said because we've got a lot to talk about. But like you drove 4 hours down for an interview. That alone shows me loyalty and support. I don't want to get emotional because I'm a Cancer. But like that, it's people in my own city that complain about coming. So yeah. I appreciate you for showing me that my avenues and my network has worth and for value to you to get on that highway to come these ways.
For sure. It's all about, that's just who I am. I mean, like, just be real to yourself. Like I talk to people all the time. You don't gotta be the most gangsterist dude. You don't gotta be, just be real to yourself. And whoever you are, just stand on that. And whatever you live, just stand on whatever that is. And that's just how I go about it with moral code and, loyalty and, all of that plays into, who I am. So for sure appreciate you. Like what you're doing is inspirational too. So
I appreciate that. We got big things.
Like we both been doing this for years. Like first time we met was 2014.
Yeah,
15,
when you brought a lot of I can't remember his name. What was
brought
his name?
Kale.
Kale. How is do you still talk to Kale?
I have not talked to Kale in a long time. Where you at, man? Where you been?
You brought Kale. You brought a lot of artists down.
I brought like 5. It had to be at least 5, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a dope collaboration.
Dope. Yeah, and that was at I wouldn't say the beginning, but it was the beginning. Like, we came a long way since then. But I remember
I've
that.
seen your video,
I
everything.
brought cousins, you know, it was fun.
Yeah, so
You know.
we're gonna reenact that. We already
For
talked about
sure,
some
soon.
stuff today. 'Cause I see you on a big platform
Mm-hmm.
and even more places. You're doing it now, but like I got this vision of something and we talked about it earlier, so I'm not gonna say it on the interview. But so let's segue into some more like in depth about your music.
Okay.
So when did you find music though? Like when did you become who you are? Zajikc.
Ever since I was like young, like whatever I put my heart and soul to, like I wanted to be the best at it. So when I was young, honestly, I was all about sports.
Football?
All sports, football mostly, mainly, but I did track, I did baseball, I did basketball, wrestling, you know, football, you know, I already said all that
Everything,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, but when that, honestly, like, then I found music, and then I started getting into the money, you know, like all that all fell into play. So when I first started doing music, you know, I performed the first time, and well, I would perform in like front of family and stuff. But my fifth grade talent show with my homie Denver Griffin, and we performed at the talent show, and that was the first time and ever since then, you know, it just gradually started getting more and more. So as the years progress, now we're finally, like I said, it's finally okay. We're finally getting somewhere. So years on years on years.
That shows too. Like you can't get made overnight. You know, like
Yeah.
everybody think, oh yeah, you know, oh, we're gonna have fun today. 'Cause oh my God, so much I want to just pick off your energy right now. It's like artists think, oh yeah, I'll just put some music out and I'll be famous.
Nope.
Exactly.
Ain't how it works.
Exactly. So the fact that you putting your feet to the pedal, you in the studio, you invested. Like I ain't gonna mention what you just showed me today, but you invested a lot of money in your craft, and that shows. And the end result, you're gonna get all them investments back tenfold, like triple forward.
Yep.
You might already see it in some form of fashion. So because you made that investment.
Yeah.
So if you had the chance to perform on any stage in any world, any part of the world, where would it be? The state, I guess. The stage in the state. The stage that is in that state. So what state? That you always inspire, like, man, I'll get here, I made it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess just opening for like, that's like a broad question, but say if I really was like had a headline show, like just where I'm from, like at the Sprint Center, T-Mobile Center, you know, just a big show, you know, I wouldn't say I made it, because like with me, like I never stop working. Like,
okay,
I'm not I'm chasing like success. Like once I do one thing, I'm on to another thing, and I can't stop. And I was telling bro, I was like, I actually got something like wrong with me. It's not like wrong with me, like it's a gift and a curse, but I get so stressed and I'm just always working. I got that in me ever since I was a little boy. I had that go-getter mentality, you know, like I never stopped working, and I always wanted to be the best at whatever it was. So I wake up and I lose sleep over this because I just don't never stop. Like I have goals, and I go so hard to get these goals, and that's just how I live. So the opportunities that this money and that these connections will bring are limitless, you know, and that's just how I live outside of music, just in life. Like, I don't know, I'm just always going, I'm always working on the next thing. So there's no limit to this success, you know, especially when I'm making these connections with the people I'm making these connections with. Like it's fruitful, you know. You don't never mess over people. You don't never burn bridges. You keep the connection solid. Yes. And that's what's wrong with the world, because nobody holds that. No. And nobody has them codes and them morals, and you know, that's what's wrong. But I'm trying to lead by example, you know, with all my people. So anybody in my corner they gotta be solid, or I'm done. I'm past that, you know, keeping certain people around. Like I'm done with that. Yeah. You know. Yeah, because you build more stress. Yeah. Build more stress trying to keep them there when they really don't need to be there. For sure. Yeah. So this is a good combo. Like we are still in the hot topics part of the hot zone, and let's talk about a hot topic: music and the justice system. Music and the justice system. I feel. Are we talking about like when you hear about so and so use the
Yeah.
lyrics to
Yep. Exactly.
incriminate people.
Yeah. How do you like?
Look, how I live as or how I talk about as an artist, it's like, okay, it's one thing if you're living it, you know, but we're all storytellers.
Yes.
We're all storytellers, so it shouldn't be that in depth, you know, unless you got the hard evidence. You know, I'm not even speaking on anything, you know,
No,
but
just general. Just
yeah,
general.
in general. But you can't. I think
It's
everybody has a job, you know. Everybody has a job, so I can't be like, you know, fuck whoever, da da da. Like, nah, everybody got a job, but we're all artists, you know. We actually paint pictures with our lyrics. Like, it's not to be taken serious. Like, we're telling a story of somebody's story. Like, so I don't know. There's been numerous cases, especially in the recent, you know,
Yeah.
news.
That's why I kind of brought it up.
Yeah,
And
it's touchy, but it's like, dude, like I said, whatever you decide to live, you take full responsibility for
that's
it.
true.
That
Your
life.
decisions.
You know,
leads to
your decision.
consequence.
Yeah, and you know, and that's where you decide, you know, who's, you know,
Who's real? Who's
who's
rocking
fake,
with
you know?
you? And
And
who's
that's just how
fake?
yeah. But it's it's a touchy situation when it involves music and you're trying, you know, it's dangerous. It does get dangerous for a lot of artists, you know. So we are storytellers at the end of the day, though.
That's
So
true.
That's
You
what it
should be
is.
able.
You know,
Freedom of
it's
speech.
a freedom of speech. It's an art.
Exactly.
You know, not like I said, everybody got a job, but you know,
Good work. Good, not good work. Good answer. I just wanted to throw that out. Like the fun part about the hot zone is you don't really know what angle the interview is going to go because it's all about vibes.
Right.
I live, breathe, sleep vibes. So we're literally in the vibe moment and we're just going off the top. But let's talk about other hobbies that you have or some other skills that you have that we don't know about.
Okay, let's see. I can do a 360 windmill dunk.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you ain't know that? I can dunk.
No, I didn't know
I'm
you
playing.
can
I
dunk.
can't dunk. I can dunk on 9.5 maybe. I ain't never get 10 though. I'm about 5'10", so I ain't got bunnies like that. But nah, I was just joking. But let's see. You said hidden talents or like
Hidden
you know,
talents, hobbies, interests outside of music, all those good
I like
jazz.
going to the movies.
Chill.
I
Okay.
like going to the movies.
What type of movies though? Like comedy,
action
romance,
or
action,
like gangster movies.
gangster movies.
You
Scarface?
know, like biography, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, what else? As of recently, I've been in the gym a lot, so I'm trying to. That's more of a like a deeper thing than just a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's, you know,
It's
I know
mental.
I got it. Yeah, it's mental,
It's
and I'm trying to
definitely mental.
really get right. So,
I think it's showing. I don't know.
yeah, it is a little bit. You know, I got some work to do. I got to start eating a little better.
Yeah. Less fast food, more healthy and stuff.
right.
But when you're on the go, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah,
Just meal prep it, put it in your book bag and be
Man.
gone.
right.
Yeah. So
Oh, I like to fight too, and bro, just coming. I be knocking shit. I be knocking shit every weekend, huh, Rafa? Every weekend. But nah, yeah, I like to fight, man. I might get in some MMA, you know. But that's one thing. That's a good topic. I'm glad he said that. Yeah. But I can't dive into something and not be 100%. Like I said,
Yeah.
like I can't dive. Like I would feel I can't do it. Like, so if I'm gonna jump into MMA, I really have to do that because I'm very competitive. I'm a very, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna jump into some shit because of course I'll be able to hang with a lot of dudes, but when I run into a real fighter, shit, that's gonna be my day because I'm not training it as hard as I fucking should, you know? And that's just a thing that I know, like, I'm not gonna hop in some shit and half-ass. So if you do see me on some MMA fighting, you know, I'm really gonna be like that. I'm really gonna be like that. And I fight a lot, you know, and it's an era where people are scared to fight.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about that too. People want to pick up a gun and like
shoot,
you know, yeah, and that's clown shit. You know, that's clown. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for certain situations, but there, you know,
that's the first resort nowadays.
You know,
like, just pick up a gun and kill.
people were scared to fight, bro, and that's the sad part about Well, we're in St. Louis now. Kansas City is very big on that too, and it's just about, I don't know, man. Nobody's being steered in the right direction, and there's not no solid cats out here that are really, solid. People, hide behind the gun, and that's the unfortunate part about it. But yeah, I love to fight. I love fighting. I got that from my dad. Oh, my mom too. She was a fighter too. Mom and dad made.
So with that
me
alone, like physically
craziness.
fighting, but also with every action you take
Yeah.
in life, you fight. You don't give
back
up.
against the wall. You never give up. You just keep getting back up, and that's just what I learned. Like, you never stop, and that goes in so many different ways. And people, like, literally, like, you just never stop fighting. I don't care which I have. I've lost it all. Like, people should not have been able to get up after what I've been through in certain situations. Anything, like, I've been through some shit that, most people would, never get back up. And I got back up, and I'm continuing to get back up because I'm built like that. Like, it's something in me. Like I said, I have it's not a problem, but I'm just like wired, like, to go. Like, I'm gonna get back up. I don't care if it's physical or not. Like, there can be 10 dudes on me, and I'm gonna get back up, and I'm gonna laugh about it, and I'm gonna say, come on, bring some more, because I'm a beast.
Ooh.
But that's just me. Like, I don't never stop. Like, that's in anything, physical or spiritual, or mental. Like, that's just how I live. And people, you just gotta have that dog in you. Some people don't got that dog in them, but I got that dog in me. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and it's a curse too, because it'll get me in a lot of trouble, and it has got me in trouble. Thankfully, I move, and I knew how to move. I don't get in no dumb stuff like I used to when I was younger. But there comes a time and place. I just gotta move smarter and continue to grow and stop hanging in situations. In Kansas City, it is a very dangerous. It can be. That's what I was telling bro. You just got to learn how to grow from that and separate yourself from that stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And don't
That
get
gives
me
you
wrong.
longevity too.
Yeah, longevity. That's all it's about. It's a marathon.
Yeah, not a race. I love it. So you talked about something that you want to work on more earlier, but let's chime in. And do you have any other, like, weaknesses, and also talk about your strengths that you believe you have as an artist, as a human? I can't even just limit because you're everything. So
as a human, I'm impatient. I'm good at stress, and I overthink. I got a lot of anger. Which can be good and bad. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, but I do have a chip on my shoulder with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just me being 100%, like you said, humble and honest, and, like, see-through, transparent. Like, as a human, as an artist, I just need to take my time with stuff, and I'm finally in my bag enough where I can take more time and master certain crafts and really make good quality, long-lasting music. Which, not saying that I haven't in the past, but I'm really going to find that more. I'm growing as an artist. I'm growing as a person. I'm going through more stuff. I'm learning to circulate it more. Like, it all falls into play with the artistry, with how I live. My pros, I guess. I'm ambitious. I'm strong. I'm fire.
Yes.
I'm a fighter and fire, but I'm a fighter. I got that fire in my heart, like that soul, like to just get up, and just fight, like, in any face of death. You just never fold. With your back against the wall, you just get back up, and you just keep going. And that's my biggest thing. I feel I got a good heart. I help people, but I never take credit for that because that's just in me, but it just, like I said, though, that has definitely hurt me, and when dealing with friends and stuff like that in the past, just being who I am, certain people have taken advantage of me. But, that's a part of the game. You learn from that and don't make the same mistakes, But
you are an inspirational story, man. Like, just as to how you talk, you're calm, but you can get doggy. You know, you can get doggy. I'm gonna say doggy's not my new saying for real. You can get doggy. We're gonna talk about what that all means too. But like you're so relaxed, but you can hear that passion. So what about music that makes you feel passionate? Like what about music as a whole or as it is makes you feel passion? Because I hear it in you. Your moves, everything is passionate. So.
The right to just express yourself and just how you feel, and like it's like my diary. Like a lot of stuff like that I wouldn't talk to people about. Not even that I wouldn't talk to people, because you know I've been in, you know, classes and, you know, talked about certain problems and, you know, just pain and stuff like grief and stuff like that. But with the music, it's like however I'm feeling, I could let it out. And really, you know, there's a market for everything or anything. So when it feels good. Like it's a therapy thing for me, you know. In certain thing, most of my music, well, not most of my music, but a good amount of my music is that I feel like that I like the most is the pain music, because it's like it's really honest. Well, all my music, you know, but that pain music really, because it's coming from the heart, it's really like I cried overnights over this stuff. I was probably crying when I wrote a lot of the songs, you know.
Yeah.
And
that's passion.
Yeah, that's passion, and it's just the art, you know. It's a beautiful thing that I have the talent to do that, and it's crazy that it's not appreciated by a lot of people, but eventually it will be, you know, and it definitely is appreciated by a good amount of people too, but you know.
Yeah. I know, and I feel it, and I embrace it.
Right.
So if you can pick up any instrument and play it, what would it be?
The guitar, probably.
I can see that acoustic too.
I mean, there's a lot of different. I just need to apply myself. I got time to apply myself now. My grandfather, he played the guitar growing up. I got family on both sides, you know, on my mom's side and my dad's side that were musically inclined. And I'm not ashamed, but I'm a rapper, so it's like it's different.
Yeah.
You know, but if I added that to this, also I need to learn how to speak Spanish. I never did that, you know. Wow. I never grew, like I just being lazy and not wanting to learn. But if I learned to do that, learn how to talk in Spanish, and then I put that in my music, that's a whole nother stream of income, a whole nother stream of fans, like. And that's a big market. Yes. You know, so I just need to apply myself.
I think I'm going to text you every night. Be like, hey, here's a Spanish word letter. Because I'm learning Spanish right now. Yeah. Bonita is pretty.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, pretty.
Yeah, pretty. So I'm learning that a little bit.
Yeah, I know little bits, but.
Like to really do it in artist form.
Yeah, I need to. And it's like, if I do that, I'd be very proud of myself, because like I said, I have in learning, I should be more like that with that. But like how I said, I'm always on the go. I always got to do something. You know, and that was like my coping mechanism when certain things growing up or like whatever. But I need to really sit down and apply myself and really apply these 24 hours in every day, you know, because we can do great things.
You really sleep for 4 hours, wake up. Like the 24 hours is not enough time to do for people like us, because every hour we got to systematically program our minds to do, okay, this hour we're going to do this, and that's not how creativity works. Right. So it's never going to be enough time to do everything we inspire to do. So here we are. We've talked about a lot of behind the stuff. We talked about hot topics, your hot spices, which I didn't highlight when it was, but it was there. Now we get into hot juices, which is your music, and more focusing on your projects, your videos, collaborations, all that good jazz. So let's talk about, and also shows. Let's talk about one of your favorite. I can't even ask you that. That's not going to be fair to ask you one of your favorite shows you ever did. That's going to be unfair.
A lot.
Exactly. So I'm not going to even ask that. I was going to ask it, then I was like, no, let me not ask that. So let's talk about your new music, or better yet, how many projects have you dropped? It could be EP, mixtapes, all that good jazz. Do you know? I like to 17. Test artists. 17 projects.
17 projects, 4 studio albums. I had, before I dropped the studio albums, like really in the studio, I was dropping mixtapes, and I was over on my brother Mark. My brother Mark had a apartment on Roanoke and Westport, and I'd go over there. I'm like 13, 14, 15, and you know, I just be writing. Like I had this janky ass microphone with the pantyhose over it.
Oh
And,
man.
we started from that. Like,
wow.
and I'd be before the phones. I was writing, and that's just what I did. I'd be there for hours, and I write 3-4 songs, and that was before I really, got influenced to get the bread, to get the money. Like then I was 14, 15, before I had a car or whatever, So I was really like outworking people way back then, and I ain't gonna say I was trash, but I was learning. I was
learning,
a beginner,
finding yourself, which you're still doing every day.
I'm still learning, I'm still doing. But even back then, people just if it's irregular, they'll laugh at it. I've been laughed at. My CD's been broken in half, all types of shit. But that's all the way from back when I was playing football. I was the smallest one, or playing sports. I was always the smallest, but you know what? I worked the hardest. You know what? I was the best.
Wow.
I was always the best. And people hated that, and they didn't know how,
why
he wakes up every day and he goes on a run, or he does 500 push-ups, or why he writes all these songs. And I'm outworking everybody. I've always been that way. And so that's so irregular that people, it's so irregular to people, so people just don't get it, and they'll look at me like, damn. But in the long run, when it's all said and done, this is all the story. Like, I was doing this shit way back then when they weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why it worked out the way it did, because I didn't stop. I didn't stop.
Yeah, like I said, you inspired so many people. So they probably looking like, you probably look back at those you grind up, you grew up, and you moved to it, and be like, they're not doing nothing. Like, they're really, it's not made for everybody.
It's not made for everybody.
For the fact that you're grooving and moving and reaching your goal to get to where you are with Doggy, like,
it's doing really well.
It's a dope, catchy record.
I just need to market it the correct way, and that's with a lot of different songs. I saw some the other day. There's a lot of artists that have hits, but they just don't know how to market. They don't know to market the song. They don't know where to reach it. And I'm still dealing with that. We're all dealing with, finding that right, that sauce to get where we need to go. Yeah. And I find that with Doggy. I find that with Money Up. I find that with Pain. Real is Rare just hit 21 grand in views on YouTube. So it's all going in the positive way. It's just about keep pumping, keep pushing, keep swimming, keep dropping, like keep doing it. Like, we're only getting bigger, we're only getting better. Just don't stop.
Yes. Yes. Which, we know it. Your hunger is, man. Your hunger. You're like a lion. This industry is your food, so you're not going nowhere no time soon. You're just gonna keep elevating in different areas. So as we kind of wind down a little bit of this interview or change the tone of it, let's talk about, if you can do a remix to Doggy, who would you see on it? It's a good one, I know, because there's a lot of options.
You're talking about any artist?
Any artist, doesn't matter who, dead or alive. I could make it even spicier.
For sure. I'm thinking, it's my Doggy for sure. I don't know, like, I can't, like, Doggy, that's my Doggy for sure. I don't know. I think the Baby would flow pretty good on that.
I see that too.
The Baby, my Doggy for sure. Yeah. I don't like. There's so many artists like that song. Like,
it's a swag.
Just with the right marketing behind it, with the right push behind it, the right people believing in it, it is gonna take off. Like, so it really don't need nobody on it. But
of course.
Yeah. But I don't
a lot of your records you don't need a remix.
It's all,
but to add that extra market to it.
I don't know. I mean, there'd be a lot of dope artists that would.
The Baby, I could see on that.
The Baby, I could see the Baby on that.
Not like I said. This is also to put it out there in the universe. Like, hell yeah, when you do maybe do a remix, you might get the person that you really just said today.
Who
you know
knows?
what I mean? So anybody, y'all, anybody. Put it, if you know the Baby, let him know there is a dope artist from Kansas City Mo that wants to holler at him. Right. So that's just the type of deal, y'all. So we got that. Let's talk about the video. Like, the video's litty. The video is like shot really like high def. Like, where'd you shoot that at exactly in Kansas City, Missouri?
I think it was on 55th and 55th. Where was it, Rafa? It was like 55th and Paseo or somewhere around like over by Swope. I don't know exactly the street, but it's over by Swope. Like, and honestly, I don't know exactly, but it's like a abandoned, like, I don't know if it was a school or what, but one day I was just driving and I was like, that shit might be dope, you know, and the shit turned out really well. Like, honestly, I wish we could have went inside, but I don't know. That's fucking crack pipes and,
Oh
you know,
yeah,
meth
definitely.
pipes
I mean, you
and all
could have
types
added it. This is a doggy for
fucking a
show.
dead body in there.
Pick
And,
that up. Like this is a doggy for show.
yeah, but my dog, okay, my dog Roscoe, that's my dog that's in the video. And he is, shout out to Roscoe. He needs an award he needs an actual award for that because his acting appearance is so like solidified in that, you know what I'm saying? Like how he played the part so well and he's just such a good dog. Like my dogs, well, Roxy and Roscoe, they're the moms of my boy King. I go on runs with them, you know. I go on runs with them and they don't need no leash. They just want to please me. And they're pits. You know, people get a bad rep on pits, but my boy Roscoe is solid.
I'm scared of pits.
I should have brought Roscoe,
You
man.
should not have brought
He would have
Roscoe.
been
I
good.
probably would have.
He is good. Don't get me wrong.
I
He's
probably
a
would
beast.
have ran and hid in the room.
He's a beast. Like
your bro right here would have. Rafa, you would have been doing the interview. I wouldn't have been nowhere near.
they've been in a couple scuffles, him and his son, because you know they gotta be that. One of them wants to be the alpha. They gotta be the alpha, but
Wow.
he's been through some shit, and Roxy's 9, he's 8, King is 7, so they're all back to back, and they're getting up there in age. But them dogs, man, family.
I can see you like taking a picture.
And family.
You
like,
might have already took a picture with them 3 already.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, we actually need to take a photo shoot with all of the dogs.
That'd
right
be a
next to
dope
each other.
photo shoot with your fur coats, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, all of them together we need though.
Oh Lord, yeah, that'd be some little army type stuff. Like you got all of them.
Hell yeah.
So like, if it's anything in the world that you would like to tell someone that they don't know, or to set the record straight, this is the time.
They don't know. I mean,
Good one. I got him stumped again.
Say it again.
So if you can tell anyone or correct anything that anyone has said about you, this is the time.
All right. So my last name is spelled Zajic, right?
Oh God.
Okay. My artist name is Zajikc, Kansas City. That's why I put the K in front of C. And actually, my dad, not even like, okay, when I was coming up, you know, I was on scene or whatever. My dad not that he didn't, but he kind of put in my head, he didn't want me to put the family name like I'm on some gangster shit. Like, like he's like, you know, not with the rap shit, but he was like, he supported me, but it's just kind of like that. So I got a couple of other aliases names too, like Two Phone Tone. But besides that,
you got Two Phone Tone?
Yeah, I got Two Phone Tone, you know, but honestly, it's more like, I guess, advice to whoever. Just find that niche in life and just go after it. You know, that's life can be hard, but honestly, it's not too hard if you just apply yourself and you take those losses and you turn them into wins. You know, you reverse it some type of way, and don't feel there's always tomorrow. You know, that don't get down on yourself to the point like, you know, it's never the end of the world. It's never. You know, there's always tomorrow, you know. So, you know, tragedy's going to hit, the rain is going to come. So don't never take nothing for granted. That's with money. That's with, you know, opportunities. You don't burn bridges. You don't steal from people. You know, you treat people good and good will come. And that's what we don't have enough of. That's why the world is in such a bad place it is now, because there's take, there's hate,
Ooh.
And there's not enough support. So
not at all.
If we all just team up as a one, you know, we can conquer a lot more things. So honestly, just get up every day and just go after what you want. You know, nothing happens overnight, and you know, don't get overwhelmed. I need to start I do take my advice, but I be dealing with this every day. So it's just about, you know, not just doing what you want, you know, doing what makes you feel happy, and you know, go after and get it. Don't look for no handouts. Go and make your own way, and that's the key. That's the sauce to, whatever it is in life. Nothing's going to happen overnight, but you just keep working. We got 365 in 1 year. We got 24 hours in a day. There's a lot of things that can be accomplished, and that's all it is, just breaking it down to a science and going after that, There's no excuse for anything. Don't fuck people over neither. Make shit right. Make shit right with people if you have, because that, all we have is our word, and that stands strong until it doesn't, and most of the time it doesn't. But, my resume is good. My shit's good, and that's just how I live till the grave, till the casket drops. But yeah.
We know, like I said, we can talk for hours and hours about your history because you have a lot to tell people, to show people. We also got to give them more for another time or save some for another time. But let's talk about, it just came about because you put on shows. You are a promoter. You do shows and tours and all that. If it's a fact that you can set straight from the whole payola, artists paid, did on shows, because I know I'm pretty sure you invested in shows and bought tickets and had to sell them and all that. Yeah. But you're also a promoter when you decide to be. Yeah. Set the fact straight if anybody ever trips off the fact of how promoters charge artists to play. So do you have any take on that?
That artist, say that one more time. Or
of course. So there's here, I know in St. Louis alone, it's a trip off of promoters charging artists to perform, or better yet, charging artists to perform. How do you feel about that as a promoter? I should say, not even how I feel, but just as open your take on it. Let's just say that, not even your opinion, but I'm
gonna put it like this: I never put it. I don't want to, give me my flowers at the same time, but don't what I'm doing. Okay, when I was coming up,
let's talk.
When I was coming up, I was having to, and these. Looking back, it's damn, y'all are really scandalous. Y'all was really doing this. I'm 14, 15 years old, and y'all charging me an arm and a leg for these slots. And I was doing it because I always had that business mindset. And a lot of times artists are broke, and, I'm not talking down on nobody, but, bro, in order to do this business, you have to have money. You cannot, expect a handout. I don't care how dope your shit is. Ain't nobody going to give nothing to you. But what I do as a promoter, I always make sure someone's eating. I always make sure you have the opportunity to eat. So what I usually do at these shows is, okay, look, there's going to be a slot fee probably, but you'll be able to make your money back if you can bring those fans. If you can get those tickets off, you're going to be actually making money. When I was coming up, I had no opportunity to do that. I was paying 3, 4, 5, whatever, and I would be getting some tickets, but even if I sold the tickets, I wouldn't make no money. You know what I'm saying? There's steps to this. There's steps to this, but I never, number one, the opportunity that there's been so many artists that I put on their first show, and that to me is damn, okay, they'll look back, just appreciate it. I don't want nothing in return, just appreciate it and be okay, he did do that for me. When I was coming up, nobody was that real to me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was that solid to me. And it ain't, that's another thing with these shows and stuff. I'm not trying to get rich right now. You know what I'm saying? Over time, it's just about building those relationships with people. But nobody holds that high. Nobody holds that real shit. People want, also with these local shows and shit, it's just about respecting, Don't come into the show and I'm doing this shit for you and then you perform and you bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness,
that's the biggest thing in local acts. You know what I'm saying? They'll whatever, and then they'll bounce. But how I do my shows, another thing when I was coming up, it was so watered down with, there was fucking 20 artists on the lineup, and every artist is performing 10, 20 minutes. Nobody has that time, that
attention
focus,
span,
at all.
Less than what it was now.
Especially when you don't know the artist. So what I do is, look, you'll get a couple songs, 5 minutes, that way. Or if you're a bigger artist and you got fans, you can do 10 minutes. But I'm gonna have a good amount of artists, but it's gonna flow. It's not gonna be, nobody's gonna be tired. Yep. It's gonna be midnight, but by the time who I'm trying to see is performing. So I don't know. I feel that goes both ways with you you shouldn't take it any type of way. That same thing with features and stuff, or like whatever.
Yes.
Dude, what it's just like, you expect everything to be free when it comes to studio time. Like, everything costs, and people need to get paid for their works.
Yes.
You know, that's just a part of it. Like, if you don't got the money for it, don't do it. This is not for you. I've invested thousands, and I ain't got shit back. One, I can afford to do that. Two, I know the longevity. I know I'm building these relationships. I can afford to do that because I'm looking at it as okay, it's coming back.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know. This shit, a lot of people don't got that business mindset, and that's where they fail. They think, oh, I'm a good artist. Yeah, there's a lot of good artists, but they don't have, why do you have all this clout, but you don't got any merchandise? You don't have no website.
Oh
you don't
speaking to me. I tell you, look, you speak it too much. Let's talk about your entertainment company, then go back to your single, tell them where to find you, and then that will be all.
My entertainment label?
Yeah, let's talk about your entertainment. It's I don't want to mess it up. I know
Formulate.
it starts with an F.
Formulate Entertainment.
Yeah.
So that was established way back when, and it's always been more than music. It's always been like, okay, I want it to be, you know, at the end, it's going to be like a Universal or like, you know, the Sony, you know, it's just a bigger thing. It's not like Def Jam or, you know, I'm not making it strictly about music or rap music. Like, it's going to be much bigger than that. So it's all in the raps. I'm finally, you know, I'm an actual business owner. You know, I pay my taxes, all that shit. It's just starting to actually pick up. I started back in 2014, 15, like, you know, I've had different names at first. Like, back then I had a Colossal Records, and I spelled Colossal wrong. And like, it was like, it's just about learning, you know, but, I actually, which is my stepbrother, Zach Inman, RTBB Zach, the one is his artist name. I just got him in the raps of this, and we're about to start. He just released a song called The More You Know, where we got working on a music video. He's hella dope. I'm about to get him in, you know, in the game more. So little stuff like that, just spreading the wealth, you know, just making sure people know that it's believable, and, you know, that, you know, the progression is everything. Nothing's going to come overnight. And that's just how I told you, that's how I live, you know, day by day, step by step. And it's just, I want to start shooting. I just invested in a camera. I got a t-shirt press. You know, I print my own t-shirts. You know, I'm about to start shooting music videos. Holler at me if you need a music video. We're doing the first 4 at $150 a pop. This is in 6K.
Wow.
You will not get that price.
I'm looking at this camera
in
now.
6K.
I'm about ready to contract and come down and shoot me a high deck tech ass commercial like that.
It's just about learning how to do it, you know.
That camera.
So there's different things I want to accomplish. It's just about not trying to get overwhelmed and try to do one thing at a time. And then also with the shows, it's all correlates together. Solidified Booking Agency is a part of Formulate Entertainment, is part of Live and Impactful Showcases. They're all together as one, you know.
You're a businessman.
Yeah.
You look at music as business, which is giving you even longevity to go. But yeah, so once again, talk about Doggy, where to find it, and your social medias.
Doggy, you can find it on YouTube. I just released my album, Immortal. It's everywhere too. Doggy's probably the #1 hit on that album. Got Me Started is pretty dope too though, but Doggy just hit 4K. It's been I think almost a month, something like that. So it's just about getting it to the right people, you know. But everywhere, you type in my name, Zajikc, wherever, and it's gonna pop right up. And then what was the final thing that you said?
Just your Instagram. That was it.
IG Zajikc. That's everywhere. Just type in Zajikc, Formulate Entertainment, Live and Impactful Showcase, Solidified Booking Agency. You know. Yeah. That's what it is.
And this interview is gonna drop before the weekend. So with that being said, like, what's your next shows?
My next show, okay, what's today? May 19th. Tomorrow.
May 20th,
we're
in
in
KC.
Climax Lounge tomorrow night. Me and Young Gunner partnered up on a show tomorrow night at Climax Lounge, starring Star B, and we got the OGs, Mr. 4000 and Riv Loke on the lineup too, with a bunch of dope artists. So actually, there's been a couple artists that dropped too. So if you know an artist or you are an artist that is trying to perform, holler at me. We can get you on there. Next to nothing, you know, a chance for you to make some money. And you can bring your merch table too. So we're going to have some merch tables there too. And let's see, May 20th. Okay, May 22nd, I'm in a charity basketball tournament at Roanoke Community Center in Westport. And I'm performing at halftime. I'm also playing in the game, so you will be able to see my 360 windmill dunk.
Oh my goodness! Come on with this 360 windmill dunk.
Banging out,
It's giving me an idea to work with you on something else too.
Yeah, and then
man, you a man of many talents.
Yeah, let's see. I'm all right at basketball. I was when I was growing up.
Oh my God, you still
I can't
growing
dunk,
up
though. I can't dunk though.
You see how you said it like when I was growing up? Like
I'm out of my prime. I am when it comes to like basketball.
Basketball. I'm the same.
I was nice.
I'm the same. I always played street ball. I didn't play for school and nothing like that. But I'm going to the conference this year, and I'm finna play and be like, yeah, I'm rusty, but
yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I hear you. So May 22nd, and then June 12th, I want to be out back in this area. I'm working on a show in Chicago.
Okay.
So I'm trying to do that, and I'm gonna hit up, a baseball game or something, and then I got all types of stuff coming. I'm going to New York in July, New York City, New York. I'm going to Rolling Loud in what's that, July also. I'm going to Orlando actually in next week, the 27th. Going to Orlando. I'm trying to put down connect some dots out there. So
man.
Right
Actually,
and left,
connect with me. I'm gonna connect you with my people out there too.
Bet.
Now that you tell me that, tell me your next ones anyway. Any city you in, I can connect you to.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you my whole. I'm gonna send you my whole tour. Tour lineup.
So
and
I
actually,
connect your dot for you.
this is
or some of them.
This is a part of the tour, So
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now. Look at that, man.
Legends Never Die tour. Immortal out now. So.
So once again, man, here we go with this name. I'm gonna mess it up. I ain't said it in 30 minutes. It's been an hour. So I ain't said an hour. Zajikc.
And it's crazy because some people
I can't say it.
Some people say my name because they see me and they like Hispanic. Yeah. So they think the J is silent. But Czechoslovakian is Zajikc. Zajikc is from my dad's side.
Zajikc.
My mom's side is Bernal. So people always confuse that though. They think the J is gone and they say Zach. I actually got a brother that's named Zach. So people have called me Zach, but no, my name is Zajikc. Tony Zajikc and
Zajikc.
Like magic, except magic.
I'm gonna get it. And I appreciate you being humble and patient with it because it's surely where I'm from and my southern slur that's making it a little bit complicated for me. And then I'm on the interview doing it, so what the fuck's right?
Right.
But everybody, make sure you support Zajikc. Did I say it right? No. Zajikc. See? Zajikc. When you give me a little voice in my head, I get it right. But everybody make some noise. Like, not even make noise, but just support him however you do it. Follow him. Subscribe to him. Stay in tune. Connect the dots with him. Break bread with him. Make money with him. Continue to support this young lad that is from Kansas City, Mo, as he keeps elevating in his journey, man. It's me, International Most P, on International Most P on in the HotZone podcast, all the way from MPP Studios, the home of all your creativity and curating. What I tell every guest that comes here, which we already a family, so it's kind of just a cliche right now, is that we're family now. So come on back now. You hear?
Yeah, I got you for sure. We'll be back.
It's true honor. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate you.